Looking for some onions, y'all. I do not like the way these onions look. These were okay, but I still didn't get those. I don't like how none of them look. So what I did was I went to another store and got some pre-cut onions and called it a day. I walked away from these, y'all. I couldn't deal. Just looking at all of them, So y'all, during this trip, I only had my daughter with me, so I can focus more, because when I have the boys with me, like the smaller boys, I cannot focus. I'm trying to rush to get out of there because they're just doing a lot. So this time I had time enough to really walk and look and see what I really wanted. So that's what I did. So this is me walking over to the seafood section. Usually I get salmon, I get shrimp, and I get, you know, different stuff. But I didn't do that this time. So usually my husband, he likes to eat shrimp. So that's what I got. So instead of me, so these are like the smaller bags. And so these were the first ones I seen. So as I'm walking around to look, it's a big jumbo bag. Now on the outside it does say jumbo, but I think it's saying jumbo bag and not the jumbo shrimp, and that's where I went wrong. So the pink is the done and the purple is the undone. So I got the undone because of course the undone is cheaper. So as y'all can see, these are different size bags for these were $11.98 and the other ones were $8.98, something like that. So anyway, yeah, I grabbed the jumbo bag. Again, I'm not looking at the shrimp size, I'm looking at the bag. So that's where I went wrong, because they were really small. And I was so disgusted, y'all, because I love jumbo shrimp. And I know so he don't care, but I do. And now that I'm looking at the bag, it does say easy peel extra jumbo raw shrimp. They played. They really did. But I'm going to just go on and walk over and get my meat. So I usually get all sorts of different types of meat. So first things first, grab the ground beef. I get the double side one. Y'all know I got 6 kids and a husband. Let's go. Let's make it. The next thing I get usually would be chicken. So I walk over, I look at the chicken. Y'all, I don't never get nobody's chicken wings. I don't never get certain pieces of chicken because it's no point. I have 6 kids and a husband, and I got to make it work. So I'll get some legs, which would be like $5 and something. And then I'll probably get some leg quarters as well. So that's how I feed my family. I'm not trying to get nobody wings. I'm not trying to get nobody's breast. I'll get a thigh. I'll get a pack of thighs, I'll get a pack of leg quarters, and a pack of legs. That's how I roll, y'all. See, as y'all can see, this is $4.76. And these are the leg quarters that they have, but I don't like how they look. I try to dig to the bottom, like go all the way to the bottom, but that yellow lookish stuff, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it. But anyway, that was like $5 and some change as well. For the leg quarters, and the thighs were $5 as well. So I just went on and grabbed me some thighs. So y'all, now I'm walking over to the pot roast, and y'all, the pot roast is a little different. I have to buy 4 or 5 pot roasts at one time, but today I only got 2 because I'm tired of eating pot roast. I have to cook 2 pot roasts at one time, and I'm tired of it. I had it for Thanksgiving, I had it 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I had 2 weeks before that. I'm tired of pot roast. I want to lay off on the beef. So yeah, I grabbed one for $19 and some change, and then I grabbed another one for $22 and some change. So yeah, that's just how I have to feed my family. So now I'm headed over to the chicken nuggets and all that type of stuff. So here we have the chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, and the chicken patties for $7.99. And this is the store brand. So I get a couple of bags of these because, baby, when I don't feel like cooking, they pop that in the air fryer and go on about their business. Okay? So y'all, we're headed over to the milk. And y'all, my 1 and my 2-year-olds, they drink lactate milk. And baby, I am finally on WIC again. I am finally on WIC again. And no, I'm not afraid to say that. I am on WIC again. Let me tell you, when I was pregnant, I was able to get WIC. When I had my kids, I was not able to get WIC. And baby, that formula was pricey. Anybody can look the formula up. I'm going to pop it in here. Baby, it was pricey. Real bad. And the fact that I had to get, several cans of formula, baby, scarred me for life. So although I could get the 1 and the 2-year-old milk on WIC, I could not get the older kids milk on WIC. Of course, they like to drink whole milk, and y'all know WIC is not providing whole milk. So yeah, here's their whole milk. I have to get 2 of those because they go through them like water. Now I'm about to get my butter. I told y'all I get 2 separate butters for them. I get them the container of butter, and I get myself the unsalted butter. So yeah, this is what we're doing right now. Y'all check her out. She over it already. Y'all, I know I spend days in the market. I really don't care. But yeah, right now we're looking for some bread. And the bread, to be exact, is butter bread. I like Nature's Own butter bread. And I also get hamburger rolls, hot dog rolls, peanut butter and jelly. I get all that from this aisle. So that's what I'm doing right now, as y'all can see. So y'all, the way that I make market is I'll go get my meat first, of course, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to cook with that meat. So if I'm making spaghetti, I'm going to go through the aisles and then go get the ragu sauce and go get my noodles. If I'm making pork chops, I'm going to find something to go with that. Maybe some rice, maybe some corn, maybe some greens. I don't know, like that. So y'all, I know y'all tired, but y'all, we almost finished. Just come on. We still got a little bit more stuff to get. Relax. So y'all, I know I said that I didn't bring the boys and I didn't. So I had to call my man and have him meet me because I needed somebody to get the waters. I forgot all about that and I left all the boys at home. So they had to come meet me. And my oldest had to come in the store and get what I needed him to get. Y'all, when I tell y'all we was only supposed to come in here and get a few things, and when I say a few things, I mean a few pieces of meat, the sides, and that was it. That's all we were supposed to be getting. Of course, that never happens. So when my son came into the store, he asked me to get him some cereal, and of course I did that. But instead of me just getting one box of cereal, I never get boxes, y'all, because again, I have a lot of children. I always get bags. So I wound up getting bags, 2 boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, 2 bags of Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms, and then here I am looking at Nutty Buddies cereal and the Kit Kats and the IHOP pancake cereal. I just never had seen that, but I wasn't buying that. So y'all, we finally made our way over to the water so I can hurry up and get up out of here. And so as y'all can see, Deer Park Water 24 pack, 3 for $15. If you don't have a Shop Rite card, if you do, it's 3 for $10.88. So that's what I got. And y'all, these things is happy I wasn't carrying that, so I'm glad they pulled up on me. So y'all, when the guys/boys come into the market, it is basically time to go. Because I hate to listen to complaints. I do, especially when they're the ones that eat everything up. So the last thing I had to do is get my daughter's Secret Santa gift. The little boy asked for Takis. His favorite drink was Pepsi, and he asked for the movie Creed. So what I did was, the limit was $10, guys. As y'all can see, the Takis is $4.29. I got 2 bags of Takis, and I did get him a 2-liter. But I realized that may be too heavy for her to carry. So what I did was, I kept the soda home, and I went to Five and Below and got him a small blanket. So maybe his mama can buy him a Creed movie, and you just go on and use that blanket as you watch, and then eat yourself some popcorn. And that's that, y'all.